I just want to speak on how people have changed over the years, like the differences I noticed within people in this new era, especially in 2024. For me personally, I've noticed people change as far as back then they used to be more easygoing. People used to be more vibrant. That's just what I noticed. But nowadays, I notice how people are more like mysterious. Not even in a good way, not mysterious in a good way. Like people are more mysterious in like a sinister type of way. That's just what I notice nowadays. It's not like back then how people were just open, people were just free, people were more expressive. Like nowadays, people are just more standoffish, people are more sinister. Like you'll see people nowadays and they'll just have a straight face with no type of emotion. Like you won't be picking up on any type of emotion within them. Like they'll be acting a certain way, like they're like just egotistical. Like that's what I noticed as well. Like people back then weren't as egotistical as people are now. They don't carry that. They didn't carry this type of. Well, people were kind of egotistical back then, but just not to this extent that I notice nowadays in this modern era, in this new era. Like nowadays, that's how people are, just from my perspective, how I view it. I just view people having more, well, being more egotistical. That's just how they come off nowadays, like they're too good or they're too cool. They just have a straight face, no type of emotion. Like everything is just hidden nowadays with people. It's just all behind closed doors. It's just a sinister type of vibe. It's kind of dark too. It's like a dark vibe with people nowadays. Even if people are like having fun with each other or like doing this and that or at an event with like crowds of people, I still pick up on the undertone of it. Like it's just sinister. It just seems like people are hiding something. It's not like back then. Back then it just seemed like everything was more in the open. Like if you seen people and having a gathering, they was just turning up. They was just enjoying it. Nowadays, if you see people in a gathering, it's like people will have this stone face on. They'll be like sinister, like in the background, not really making any movements. Like you just won't pick up on any emotion within them. Like they're, like I said, they act like they're too cool or they're too good. That's just what I noticed with people nowadays. You could just feel the tension nowadays too. It's just sinister, bro. It's hard for me to explain it. This is just the best way that I can describe it. It's just like a sinister vibe. People are more on edge now. Like it's nowhere near like it was back then with people. People are so easily triggered nowadays. It's hard for me to even connect with people or talk to certain people. Like nowadays, it's like a barrier between you and most people now. Even people you probably grew up with or you known damn near your whole life, it's like you can't even talk to them or connect with them. You could just pick up on like the underlying tension or it's just like a disconnect. I don't know what it is with people nowadays. They're living in these personas or they think they're a celebrity. People nowadays act like they're celebrities, bro. Normal everyday life people nowadays act more like a celebrity than actual celebrities. You would see celebrities being more open with people doing this and that. But you see the average person nowadays, they act more like a celebrity, more bougie. Like, it's just weird nowadays. Everybody's too cool for school nowadays. It's like you can't show any type of emotion. You can't have no type of individuality about yourself nowadays. And like I said, it's always been like this to a certain extent, just not how it is nowadays. Like, people was always trying to fit in and be cool and all of that and do all this extra stuff, but it wasn't to this level like how it is nowadays. Nowadays it's at the extreme. Like, people would do the most just to fit in. They would go to the furthest extent if they had a scam. If they gotta do the worst things possible to get something nowadays, they'll do it. If they gotta go to the furthest extent, if they gotta relinquish their morals, they're gonna do it off the bat. I guess no soul left in people nowadays. You just don't feel it. Some people don't even seem human nowadays. They just seem like zombies, bro. I noticed this just by even walking outside, just taking walks and walking past people, just observing. It's like people just have no emotion within them. Like, you look at people, it's like people are zombies. They're zombified. People are that concerned with fitting in that they gotta like be a robot. That's just what it seems like nowadays. Everything has to be cool. Everything has to fit the standard nowadays. Back then it wasn't this much pressure to fit in to this extent. People were just more accepting back then. Nowadays it's like you gotta fit a certain narrative. You gotta be cool with this certain crowd of people. If you're not a part of this group of people, you're no longer cool with them. Like, that's just how it seems nowadays. Because people from back then that you used to be cool with, it's like you're non-existent to them now. I don't know what it is with people, man. A lot of people got an identity crisis with all this social media. They create these accounts, they get certain views and likes. Some of them don't even get likes at all, or no type of traction, but they still think they're something. Like, of course people grow up and they change, but it's like, this ain't even that what people like. It ain't like people just grew up and they matured. It's like something beyond that, like, because you didn't just mature and now you're just this zombified wannabe celebrity. Like, how did you turn this way? I just don't understand it. It's like you don't even feel that connection anymore with people. Even certain people that I know, I just don't feel the connection. It's like a separation or something that took place on a metaphysical level. Like there was like a deep separation that happened between you and a lot of people. That's just how it feels nowadays. You can't talk to people like how you used to. You can't connect with people like how you used to. People you grew up with, you don't even speak to them no more. They don't even speak to you. There's just so much ego nowadays. I get it that everybody has an ego and you can never get rid of your ego. So I'm not saying just, oh, kill your ego, eliminate it. No, but it's like people just, they're way too overindulged in their ego. People are just on edge, ready to crash out nowadays. That's just how it is. You could just walk past somebody and you just feel tension. Like, what is all this tension for? I'm just trying to walk. I'm just walking straight, or people would just be staring at you like they have a problem with you.